Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Today we are taking NASCAR to Portland just like they are in real life in the Xfinity Series, which should be tomorrow. But today we're going to try out taking some Cup cars to the same circuit. So we're going to come out here actually in practice and just do a quick lap of practice real quick just to kind of see what we actually have here with this track layout, because I've never watched a lap of this track in my life. Alright, onto the track we go here in Portland here. Now, we're not going to get a good feel for turn one because we just came out of the pit lane. I'm only doing one lap, but this is going to be an absolutely chaotic part of the circuit here for the Xfinity Series. I'm kind of excited to watch that because, you know, with the stock cars, with how heavy they are going to be just sailing it off in there. Then you got this double right-hander. I'm going to be really slow on this lap. I've never driven a lap here in my life, so it's certainly not a lot of room to work with. It's kind of narrow, and actually it's got, I can already tell, an interesting kind of flow and a rhythm. And then you have this nice apex right here that you got to hit. Okay, so that's a nice slower right-hander. A lot of them are kind of what medium speed it looks like, but then you got this is a pretty short circuit, and then you got this long straightaway right here. You get up to at least 150 in a cup car so far. There's the brake markers on the left. I'm going to slow down pretty early just in case, and then you got this almost a chicane kind of feel here. And then where am I going here? Is that the pit lane on the left? I'm going to assume yes. So then we just come around here to the right out of the final turn, and this is a really quick circuit here, and that's all there is to it. There's a lap right here as we cross the line. Let's at least try to hit turn one at full speed here. I'm gonna brake a little bit late. Yeah, I definitely got in there pretty hot, but it actually worked out pretty well. So all right then, I think we're ready to put down some laps here in Portland. So the game's still glitched and it won't let me actually choose my starting spot. So once we cross the line, I'm gonna pull over and let everybody go. Then we're gonna try and work our way through the field for this 10 lap race here. So we cross the line. I'm gonna like practically come to a dead stop here to let these AI go and race it out in front of us, and then we will get rolling here. When I fall down to about 30th or so, that'll do it right there. Everyone gets into turn one really without any issues there. So, you know, the AI probably going to be a lot smarter through here than I think what we're going to see in real life, to be completely honest. I see some grass getting kicked up there. I can see it being kind of easy at quite a few of these corners. I feel like we're going to see some guys run wide, and speaking of running wide, there goes Logano completely off the circuit right there. But I feel like, look at this, there's not a lot of room here on this circuit. I feel like this is going to be a common thing all weekend long, or not all weekend, but all Saturdays, is just we're going to see a lot of these Xfinity guys running wide off the circuit here now. But obviously they have practice, they got qualifying to kind of get used to it. But I mean, it's a short lap. This is a little bit shorter than Watkins Glen, so there's not a lot of time to get things done. As speaking of going wide, there I go on the easiest part of the track to not go wide at now, as I'm gonna really barrel it down into here. I nearly wiped out Martin Truex Jr. Missed my braking zone horrendously. Oh, I am there, Martin. I'm just gonna plow my way through you. I will see you later. Up to 32nd we go. I mean, but that's all it is one lap around Portland. And you can see how short this lap is. There really isn't much to it. But it's got a nice flow. It's got a nice rhythm to it. I really am enjoying this so far with my first couple of laps around here and seeing what this circuit is about. And it kind of has a... it's got that NASCAR feel to it, you know? You can kind of get the elbows out, but you can certainly see that opening first couple of corners with that chicane, it just screams something that's built for NASCAR because of the just chaos that's going to ensue. You got to get on the brakes hard. It's the heaviest braking zone on the track, and you're going to have to be on those brakes, and you're going to have these heavy stock cars barreling off in there on a restart at least, what, 3 times with the original start, stage 1 and stage 2. And there's going to be a lot of contact to be had there. I mean, very straightforward here. Now, and what else could happen here in Portland is rain. There's a very legitimate chance that it could rain. I don't know what the weather looks like here for this weekend, so it might not actually rain, but if it does, obviously, they will have to race as well because, well, it's a road course. We can race in the rain with stock cars. And you look over to the left side of the track right now on your screen, I see it. For some reason, some drivers just came into the pits on my right side. Not quite sure what that's about, but you notice there's some clouds moving in. I've actually set it to where we're going to have to do some laps here in some wet conditions before this race is decided here. So that's going to be another threat here before this race is over on our side of things. But this is a nice track to drive. It really, honestly, I can see the drivers getting the hang of it pretty quick because it's not a very technical road course. It's a lot of more like medium to higher speed, just sweeping corners instead here. I mean, there's, like I said, there's the moments where this track is certainly narrow. It's going to be easy to run off. I see someone off up in front of us that just passed, Matt Benedetto, who of course runs wide as well. But I am really digging this circuit so far, and I'm actually, the more laps I'm doing, the more excited I am to watch the actual race here for the Xfinity Series tomorrow. Starting to get a little bit dark over here because I think the sun's starting to get covered because of that cell of rain that is coming directly at us right now. And you can see this track is starting to get covered with the clouds, and I nearly lose it there on the exit of the final turn. What I love about R Factor too is with the storms, you can actually see it coming. A lot of other racing games, it just kind of pops up out of nowhere and you don't really see it coming. This game, you can actually see the cell coming directly at you to kind of give you an indicator. You can kind of see and be a predictor of like, okay, well, here's when it's going to start raining just based off of where that cell is located with the track. And here comes the rain right now. It is raining on the circuit. Now, what would be nice is if, you know, we could get to one side of the track where there's still no cloud cover and it wasn't raining over there, but I don't think it's going to be that quite techy, I guess we could say, as we're going to lunge one up the inside of Corey LaJoie. But, I mean, we still got a lot of racing to go here. I mean, we might actually have to come in and put on the wet compound tire here, and I wasn't actually anticipating it raining already, so I am going to get the wet tires prepared, but we're not going to come into the pits yet. But the rain is definitely coming down, and we can cycle through the little MFD here display on the right bottom of the screen to kind of get an idea of what the track conditions are like, because it's not really wet. Yeah, I'm going to stay in second gear right here, but I'm starting to lose a little bit of grip, so it's going to get interesting. You see right there, though, the track says dry currently, so right now, definitely not time to come into the pits. Backed out into turn one. Can you imagine if we had rain here this weekend and they had to go down into turn one on a restart like that? That would just be absolutely insane. It would be insane. There's no way it wouldn't be now, as we are going to be side by side right here. If you're going side by side into this corner, I would love to watch these Xfinity guys on restarts just through that first turn and through this whole opening half of the circuit. I can just see being a lot of guys, especially if it's a late race restart, are probably going to take advantage of each other, maybe try to run each other a little bit wider into a purpose where they're, or into a point where they kind of are forcing them to back out, or they run wide. You know, it's going to be really interesting, I think, to watch, especially the restarts here. The grip is starting to definitely fade away. The track conditions are now damp, so we're getting close to a point where we might have to come in, and you can see it right there. I'm starting to lose pace in this car because I am slipping, I am sliding, and we might have to think about coming into the pits at the conclusion of this very lap right here if the rain is, of course, going to get worse here. Now I'm trying to brake a little bit earlier. You can see kind of sliding down there into the corner, but I'm not really having any luck now that the rain is coming down, advancing my position, because the AI are just so good in the rain, and you can see I'm not quite so good in the rain. They're slipping and sliding off the track now. And speaking of off the track, there goes Ty Dillon briefly. He will rejoin safely. Now Kurt Busch is about to go for a ride off the circuit as well, and now it's just about hanging on, because yeah, that grip is going away quick. And we'll see if we can lunge one up the inside again of Corey LaJoie here into the braking zone. A little bit of contact right there. We hang on to it. You can see the color in the track, though, drastically darkening. It is getting damp for sure out here now, as I'm going to try and run to Benedetto a little bit wide. And oh, I put him off the circuit, actually. He rejoined safely, but goodness me. That's going to be, like I said, I think a thing you will see here throughout this weekend is guys almost trying to kind of say, hey, either you run wide off the circuit or you back out of it and just get in line behind me or something here. But oh, slipping and sliding like crazy here in Portland. Goodness me. Oh, Davison having issues up here. Could I try and maybe catch him off guard? Oh, that was such a bold, silly move, and we're going to pay the price for it there. As you know what, that was 100%. 100% my bad, as I just went in way too hot there against that number 53. And now it's actually a light drizzle. The rain has let up quite a bit here, which is surprising based off of the weather settings here. This is going to be 100% a dive bomb spot here. Other than turn one, that's kind of the dive bomb area that we're probably going to see throughout this weekend here. Now, as the rain has actually stopped, pretty much. You can see it's sprinkling a little bit. Oh, now it's picking up to a drizzle again. So maybe we're about to get some more rain here, but it definitely it stopped for a very brief moment, but it feels like the sun's starting to come back out here actually. So we might actually get back into more dry conditions before this race is over, but there's just no grip whatsoever in this car. It is horrendously bad. Let's just, you know what, let's come in, let's pit, and just see what we can do here. Put some wet tires on. So it turns out the game, or this track mod, doesn't like you on the pit lane, and it crashed me immediately. So we're back, and we're actually just going to end this video here with a 3-lap dash here, and we're actually going to try and race up front here instead of letting everybody go and see if we can win this race. Oh, what a lunge there into turn 1. Oh, some contact with Tyler Reddick, and we're going to be wheel to wheel there briefly, but he's going to actually find the way to get ahead. But now as we head down into this double right-hander, kind of maybe get a little bit aggressive here, get to the rear bumper if we can of him, but he's just more comfortable, his AI is, than I am. I'm trying to get to his bumper, can't quite get there. Give him a little shot right there, kind of say, hello, I'm here, but he's going to leave the door open potentially for a dive bomb here into this braking zone. Like I said, this is going to be such a nice spot for drivers to try and do a just full send into there. The bump and run is going to be huge there, and then of course you do the bump and run, you have this long run down the straightaway to try and either run away from the guy you just moved, or he's going to be all over you into this braking zone right here, and he's not really going to be able to do much to you here because it's so fast. But then if he's on you going into this corner right here, well, hang on, there's definitely enough speed where I feel like if you get shoved out of the way here, you're probably going off circuit or going for a spin or something here. But either way, Tyler Reddick is right there behind us here now as we head down to cross the stripe. 2 laps to go here in Portland. Did I brake in time? Yes, I did. Oh, I lose the rear end under braking. Oh my goodness, that was not a good feeling. Reddick back to the point here now as we head down towards that double right-hander. I'm in the grass, getting some grass on the tires all over the back of the number 8. Harvick goes way off circuit behind us. I mean, way off. Once again into the braking zone. Oh, I got a little bit of a tag right there from Jamie McMurray in the rear bumper, but we're okay. They're not close enough this time to actually complete a dive bomb on Tyler Reddick. I just can't get the throttle down on the exit of that corner like he can, and now he's actually going to run away. So we're going to have to be aggressive here, try and pick up whatever slipstream I can. Hopefully I have something, and then head into the braking zone, maybe be a little bit more aggressive through here now, as I'm definitely getting a little bit more comfortable. We gained a little bit of ground right there. You go a little bit wide there on purpose to try and set up for the apex here, and then you try to get on that throttle without spinning the car out. I mean, we gained something, but we're only going to have 1 lap here to get really close to Reddick, so we're going to have to really lunge deep here into turn 1 and just hope for the best there. Reddick's are hard on the brakes. I am just as hard on the brakes as he is right there, and unfortunately, I don't know, I don't like our chances here, but let's see if we can just get close enough. We might be close enough now to just stick with him through the double right-handers, and here we are in a nice little spot here, closing in on that dive bombing spot here, and that's exactly what we're going to try and do, is dive bomb the number 8 of Tyler Reddick here into the next right-hander. He's going to go a little bit wide right there. Leaves the door wide open for the dive bomb. There it is. No contact made. Almost like a slide job right there. We managed to get in front of him as we head down this long back straightaway for the final time. And oh, I almost drove myself completely off the circuit here, but we just got to make it through these next couple of corners. Brake a little bit early here because I know Reddick's not going to bother running into me as an AI, and then go a little bit wide into the final corner, hit that apex 1 final time, and widen that exit. And sure enough, how about that? What a race it is right there with the AI. We're going to come through to win in Portland in the little 3-lap sprint. I will take that. That is a lot of fun. Well, there you guys have it here. NASCAR Portland this weekend in the Xfinity Series. We didn't take Xfinity cars here, we took Cup cars, but nonetheless, it was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and obviously, if you did, you know what to do. In the next one, I don't have a clue actually what we're doing, so I'll see you guys next time, though. Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a great day.